Okay, we're going to learn how to order from both UNFI and Tony's. So this is the main website, unfi.com. So you can go to customer login. You're going to scroll down to log into customer portal. It's going to take you to this. This is the email you're going to use. It's jpogemeyer@ucsd.edu, and we're going to do the password. Okay, so it's going to take us to this main page right here. So right now we're underneath the UC San Diego Bookstore Sunshine Market 2879. If we're going to order from Tony's, we would have to go up here to change. And if this doesn't load, just reload the page. And you would click on Tony's Fine Foods. So right now we are this account right here. This is our UNFI account for the Sunshine Market. And this is the account for Tony's Fine Foods. You're going to need these numbers for any kind of, like reconcile anything or deal with any like shortages, things like that. But we can get into that. So then you just go to set default for Tony's. Okay. So, and then it's going to pop up this little pop-up. So what this is it's asking for a delivery date. Tony's is one of the few vendors that we can kind of order out like months in advance if we wanted to. So, but typically I only order like 1 week out or 2 weeks out. So the deadline for Tony's is Monday for that Wednesday. So we can just do this date. That's fine. And typically there's nothing really here. So what I do for ordering from Tony's is I actually go to the order history and I look up old orders that we did. Typically, between the past year or two, just to be safe, but I'll go through this. I'll look through kind of like any order that looked like it was a lot or a little, and I'll go to details. And here you can see the different items that we order from, and you can set the quantities. You can do whatever counts you like and just do add a cart. The minimum for Tony's is about $500. No, actually it's $750. So they're a little high. So that's why all these amounts are over $1,000 for the order, because they have a high minimum. So, but that's pretty much how I order from Tony's. Is I'll just go to details, see what they got, and kind of add it to the order. So that way the stuff's already in the system. We don't really have to worry about it. If you wanted to find new products from Tony's, you can go to search products by categories, and they kind of have it all broken down by different categories. So the thing with Tony's though is it's more food service driven. So they have like big bulky packages. So you're not, it's made more for like actual grocery stores and restaurants. So what you want to get from Tony's are like little snack trays, small dairy things, small, frozen breakfast items, things like that. Just look around, take a look at everything. But they definitely do have like very like high-end premium items that don't really cater to our demographic. So, once you're done adding all your orders, you can click on the cart. Everything's going to be listed right here. You're going to have a total right here, and then you're just going to do submit all. Just make sure that everything looks right. You didn't accidentally get like 100 cases of something. So that's how you pretty much order from Tony's. Now we can go back to UNFI again. And UNFI, same thing too. If you're not sure, you can always go to order history. And, we can actually go back a couple of years. So we can go back, this is 2020. Their minimum is around $500. So you just want to kind of make sure that, you're somewhere in that range. Again, if you're new to this and you're not sure what to get, what to order, just look for, any kind of like high um, invoice and just kind of like look through to see what we order from them. Just to give you, this just gives you like a general idea of, things that we can get from them. So it's like, we can get Soylent from them. We can get the San Pellegrino from them. So we can get Cliff Bars from them. So UNFI has like a lot of like very like trendy kind of hipstery food. So some of it's good, some of it's not. So you just want to kind of be aware of things that they have. So, they'll have things like this that, they'll have very like diet friendly foods. So, they'll have like vegan hot pockets and have like oat milk and all these different things. The thing with UNFI is it's just it's a little bit more expensive than our other vendors. So anything you order from them, make sure that, you're getting in the right item and, it's practical for the market. It's something that people can buy because remember, we're going to mark these items up. So it doesn't make sense if someone's, spends, $5 on, oat milk. They're not going to buy it. Another thing with UNFI is they're notorious for shorting us a lot. So we won't really get, for most of the orders, if we order something from them, they might forget to package something for us. They might forget to deliver something for us. They'll send us the wrong item. So we need to reconcile that. It's pretty common. So, and that's like that. I've worked in other places on campus. It's just what they do. They just kind of forget things. So if we ever are shorted anything or we get a mispick or anything like that, we need to call that in. So you can either call from the vendor notebook in the office, or you can go to orders and claims and returns and select the invoice that we got. So say, if we had an issue with this invoice right here from the 3rd of February, click here, store contact name, just whoever is the contact for the store. We can ask for, copies and things like that. And then we can just enter in the product ID of the item. So you're going to need the invoice of this or the UPC. UPC is used for products that mainly for mispicks that aren't in the system yet. So if we get like, say like a case of like flour, we don't sell flour. So you'd want to just scan this item in, put in the reason code. So mispick received, and say we got a case of it, one case, and you want to add the item. So that's for the receive for the mispick but since it's a mispick, that means we're supposed to get something else. So you want to not received and enter in the item that you're supposed to receive, but you didn't get it. Same thing if it's eaches, if it's cases, the quantity, add item. And then for a shortage, if we were billed for it, but we didn't receive it, then you want to enter in that information here as well. When you're done with that, just submit the request right here. The online credit request, that it takes a little longer than if you just called them, but sometimes when you call them, it just takes a super long time for them to, you'll be basically in like a queue. So you can be waiting for a while. So that's it for kind of putting a request. And same thing with ordering from UNFI, you can just search kind of like Google, if I'm looking for Cliff Bars, just type in Cliff Bar and it's going to bring up a page. So here you go. So this is, all Cliff Bars, Cliff Bars, Cliff Bars. If you want to be more specific, you can click on the brand right here. And now it's just straight Cliff Bars. So, you have the brand, the product UPC. So if I had a Cliff Bar I wanted to order, I can literally just pull it off the shelf and, scan it right here with the UPC price gun, and it should pop up. This is the product ID. This is something that you want to enter in NetSuite, and this is what you want to you would want to enter in that field when you're doing the credit memo for the product code. If you got shorted it, if it was a misbig or whatever. This is the name of the item. Sometimes they have a picture of it, so you can actually see what it is. Sometimes the pictures are outdated, so just be careful when you're doing that. Pack size, this is important. You know, this is the quantity that comes in a case, and this is how much the weight of each unit. So each one of these is going to weigh 2.4 ounces. Quantity, this is where you can edit. So if I wanted 4 cases, I can just do that. Availability, typically this means it's in stock. Sometimes it's going to have an out next to it, meaning it's out of stock. You can still order it if you need it. There's just a very high probability we won't get it in. Discount, right here, sometimes things are on promotion, sometimes things are on markdown, there's a discount. So there might be a P or an M, you can click on it and a pop-up's going to come up and it's going to tell you how much you're saving on the case, how much you're saving per unit. Price, just a price per case. So these are 14 cents per case. Total price, since we're getting 4 of these, you know, it's going to be 56.28, and you can just add to cart right here. Your favorite items. We also have order guides, so this is very handy. So say if you're like the DA who's in charge of candy, this has all of our candy that we order from UNFI on here. If you're the international DA, here's your international foods. If you're the beverage DA, here are your beverages. So you can always, you know, add whatever you need to, let's say Wilcox, the hard-boiled eggs. We can select this and select it to order guide and, you know, add it to, say, like our snack list. So that way now it's on our snack list. Go all the way to the bottom, there's our Wilcox. So this is very handy for you guys to use if you're trying to kind of keep everything nice and organized. So if you're getting if you have like a ton of bars you need to order, you know, this is when it's going to come in handy. Here are all your kind bars, all your 1 bars, all your requests. So this just kind of helps simplify the process for you when you're ordering. I think that's about it. I will say with these order guides too, the quantities are fixed. So if you need to, you know, if you need to say get 3 cases of these mint bars, you need to edit this and go up to 3, click update, and add to cart, and then that should work. And when you're done ordering, you know, just click on the cart. List of all the products you need are going to be right here. Again, here your totals are going to be on here on the bottom, and then you're just going to do submit all. Once you press the submit all, there's not going to be any kind of, are you sure, you know, whatever, any kind of confirmation. It's going to just submit it. So just be aware that once you hit this button, it's going to go in and be submitted.